Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to build your own health and wellness dashboard for free. No subscriptions, no apps, no code, just any old wearable you have and any AI chat that you like to use. I'm going to be showing three different levels of advancement from takes just a minute to do, to takes a few minutes to do, to takes a few hours to do. Right now, I think we're all paying too much for our own data. I think your data that you are producing in your own body, I'm talking, fitness data, sleep data, temperature data. I think you have a right to that information. But the problem is all of these big health and wellness technology companies, they're charging more and more every year. They're adding more and more gates behind that data. They're training off that data, but then they're charging you money to rent access to your own health and fitness data. I think that's ridiculous and what really inspired me to do this. And it's getting worse. They're starting to lock basic features behind their paywalls. They're charging more and more every year for the same insights. They're making it harder and harder for you to export your own data. And the part that I really don't like is that they get to train on your data, but they make it very hard for you to train on your own data. So I think this is a bit ridiculous. I believe you deserve better, and the solution already exists. So I'm going to be telling you today exactly how, for really $0, you can use any AI chat, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, even Olama, if you want to run it locally and not use any internet, can analyze your health data better than any one of these technology companies charge you to do. You just need to know how. So today I'm going to be showing you three levels. Level one is using best basic chat features. So I'm going to show you how you can export your data, drop it into just about any AI tool, and get instant personalized analysis. That's it. These are things usually you're paying $50+ per year for, and now I'm going to show you how to do it for free. Level two, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of Claude Cowork, which is a daily option that will allow you to sync your wearable data automatically and check in on every morning to build a local dashboard that lives on your computer and gets better with time. And then level three, for those who really want to go all out, I'll show you a preview of my own private web app that has my health in it, and I show you how I use it. So today you're going to walk away with this. Number one, how you can get your sleep, HRV, and recovery trend analysis by yourself. How you can understand training load recommendations. How you'll be able to use pattern detection that not even the most expensive of wearables is telling you. And a daily AI coach that you can customize and configure exactly how you want it that will work for you. Customization, build out of charts and dashboards locally and private. And the coolest part is this will work with over 200+ wearables, all the big ones from Whoop to Samsung to Google Fit to Apple Watch. There's basically a way to connect every single wearable on Earth to this system I'm about to show you. So let's go ahead and jump into it. In order to make this happen, you need to use one free tool. The free tool is called intervals.icu. It connects to all these ones, and it's kind of our data integration layer and how we're going to be able to do it. The thing is about Intervals ICU is it's completely free. It's essentially open source, and it's used by triathlon and marathon athletes worldwide to use their data to get more advanced insights on their stuff. And we're going to be using it to do the exports. So let's get building into it. So first off, once you make a free Intervals ICU app, you're going to want to make sure you connect it to your device. I personally am wearing a $100 Amazfit Helio strap, which I think is an incredible alternative to the very expensive Whoop band. And this allows me to sync all my wellness data as well as all my fitness data. But you can connect to a lot of these other bands through these softwares or a Ring, Whoop, and then there are workarounds to get your Apple data in here as well. Once you have it integrated, you're going to go into Home for step one, and you're going to click the CSV tab right here, and this is going to export all of your health and fitness data. Then if you also want the wellness data, you're going to do the same thing and download that as well. Now that we have the data, let's fire up your favorite AIs. So I've got a few loaded up already with my stuff, and you're going to use this prompt that I built for you. So this prompt is basically just general like AI fitness and wellness coach. And I'm going to fire it up on Claude. I'm going to fire it up on ChatGPT. I'm going to fire it up even locally on Olama, which will essentially use zero internet, zero outside processing. It's just going to run it locally on my computer. And then just for good measure, I'm also going to go into Gemini and run it there as well. So as this is processing, I just want to give a bit more context on why level one is so simple and so effective, and really something for anyone who wants to experiment with AI and see how we can integrate like health and wellness data. Is ideally they were just using CSV or basic health information, and a lot of these wearables charge a lot of money to do this. And I think it's a bit unfair that they charge a lot of money because essentially you're producing that data. This is not data they're producing. They're just digital hardware that collects that data, and then they also offer that kind of houses it in something. But AI and technology is so fancy today, there's no reason why you should be spending hundreds of dollars to ask someone else to process that information for you when you can process it yourself. So first and foremost, that GPT went the fastest, and it's already breaking down my weekly snapshot. It's showing me my sleep score. It's giving me a big readout on my HRV, my training. It's showing me some red flags I should look out for. And it's giving me a whole breakdown on everything that I think is very helpful. So then if we go over to Claude, Claude wants to go above and beyond. I'm personally a huge fan of Claude, and Claude actually is building out apparently a dashboard for me, which we'll be diving a bit more into on level 2. And then it looks like Quen via Olama. This one's running locally, by the way. So this is really cool because this one uses zero internet. I could turn off my Wi-Fi right now, and the only one that would still work is this one. So let's check in on Google. Okay, Google's gone through it as well. Yo-yo sleep pattern. Um, Cool. Okay. So what's really nice about this process is I can now talk with this. I could say something like, let's say, what training should I prioritize this week? And you can kind of talk to your preferred chat to build any of these. You're not forced to use the like approach and system that I'm using. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this performance dashboard that apparently Claude threw together for us. I'll be actually offering a full pre-built version of this for people in step 2, but for now, let's just see what it made. Yeah, this is pretty incredible. Like again, people pay money for this, but basically just by feeding it a CSV export, I've been able to really understand all of them are telling you that I got sleep better. Yeah, I've been a bit inconsistent with myself. So as you can see, each one of the tools kind of chose its own way to go about it. Oh, looks like Gemini even started producing some charts for me, which is pretty cool. 30-day fitness and fatigue trends. Okay. And then if you don't really know what it's saying or explaining, you can also ask it to explain it. Hey, I've never seen one of these 30-day fitness and fatigue trend charts. I don't really fully understand what the red, blue, and gray lines mean. Can you explain it to me like I'm 5? And so there's no reason why you should feel, like stuck with any of these tools because again, like if you don't like how the data looks, if you don't fully understand what this information means or what it is, you can just always ask it. So here we go. It's explaining to me exactly how the CTL works. Tiredness meter. This is your ready to play score. In short, you want the blue line to go up over time, but you don't want the red line to get too far away from it. Okay, let's see how it looks then. Okay, so I want blue to keep going up, but I don't want red too far and separate. When I was really training, this was where I was doing really well. I pushed it a little too hard right here. But yeah, if these can line up, go up together, the better. Got it, makes sense to me. Let's see how Olama's doing. Okay, so they basically all have been telling me the same thing. I want to go ahead and now show you step 2. So step 2 is a bit interesting to me because I'm going to be showing you how you can use Claude Cowork to do it. So I'm going to be giving access to a folder. This folder that I'm going to be giving you access to is called the Wellness Dashboard. What you're going to do is you're going to upload it in and you're going to say, um, this is level 2. Level 2 is taking advantage of Claude Cowork. Claude Cowork is, if you've never used it before, is going to be your first introduction to agentic development. I love it because I think it's a great first step for someone who's been using chat a lot, but they want to start taking advantage of this agentic stuff that people like myself just keep yapping about. And Cowork is kind of a great first step because it works within a folder. Um, Sorry, I have to just wipe my previous data from it. So Cowork is essentially, it works within folders on your computer. If you remember in the beginning, I selected the wellness dashboard folder. Well, inside of that folder, I've put these instructions in it that basically take all of the interval ICU data. It has a JSON to build the dashboard. It has a setup questionnaire, and it runs privately. So here we go. It's ready to go. I'm going to answer some basic questions. These questions are used to get advanced insights out of everything, and the other system. you know this information, you always look on your wearables app, it will be these set of questions do have answers once it will save your answers to file. And what's really cool about this step 2 Cowork process training is every day it will add to your personal on your CSV getting better and better. Okay, yep. Next thing to do is you're going to go to intervals. You're going to go into the back end in the settings. You're going to find your athlete ID, which is right here, and then your API, which I'm going to clear by the time I post this video. So no one can hack my data. Okay. For step 2, there's no reason why you couldn't use GPT or Olama or Gemini to do it. They're all kind of building their own agentic solutions, but I'm just a huge fan of Anthropic right now, and I think Cowork's the best when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, this is going to ask you what kind of dashboard you want. I've already pre-built a few different options based on the popular tools people like. And just to give you an example of what's possible, I want to start with, let's do train hard. By selecting this option, it will kind of pick specific themes and dashboards. All right, now that I've answered all of its onboarding questions, it's going to configure and build out for me specific system and setup. Now, again, what's really cool, what's really cool for me is that if you do this a little bit every single day, it's going to send you fire up. You could trigger a schedule task, which is really cool. Claude, that's just money. You can have it automatically, let's say at 9 a.m. Go in there, see how what you're training yesterday, and get research on your dashboard. So by the time you wake up, you're sitting on coffee or tea, you'll have your analysis dashboard ready waiting for you. Everything will be local on your computer, and every day it will add more data to the previous days and understand your needs. Okay, when it comes to the API, this is something that you can't do if you do the chat. Usually the chat can't external tools and APIs like Interval ICU, but if you Cowork, you kind of do that. So we'll give you the friendliness of the chat experience, but the technical ability of the code experience, but it's a very easy to use straightforward experience. Now the dashboard, the way I set this up is very easy to edit based on your preferences, you can customize it on a daily basis and also locally. It's just a render HTML file, which is essentially a file type that's very easy to navigate, and it's available on your computer, and the dashboard is going to be able to be open on your browser or directly within the Claude desktop itself. Okay, it's pulling up my data, it's got my goals, and I can click in and it's going to now show me the dashboard. Cool, awesome. All right, so it's giving me my analysis, my training schedule I'm working on, gives me a breakdown, moderate fatigue, no check-in today, tell about check in the log how you're feeling. Yeah, so I built a check-in feature for you to use, which it will ask you some basic insights on how you're feeling and stuff, and it will start recording that into your dashboard as well. Again, these are things that a lot of these tools don't offer for you, but now you can have it posted on your computer for free and have it match up with your training information as well. Cool. 3 month, 1 year. You can see your breakdowns of information, your logs. You can see I haven't been training much in the last few days. Yeah, awesome. And if you don't like the colors, you don't like the format of everything, again, what I want to say is like the files I give you are 100% customizable. You can change the colors, you can move certain information upwards. If you want it to talk to you like Yoda talks to you, you can do that. It doesn't need to be displayed this way. This is just the base framework. These are Lego blocks that you can play with however you want. And I can't see anything you make. Last night, okay. How'd you sleep last night? Also, if you think Opus is a little slow, you can always switch to Sonnet. It would just go a little bit faster. I want to change the dashboard to have a bit more fun colors. And also my insights shared and told to me in a conversational way, like your yoga analyzing my fitness. And I just want you to see that at any moment you're not doing things this way, you just ask to completely swap everything, change how it's looking, and have fun with it, you know? Fatigue, I'm feeling pretty fresh. Stress level pretty low. Today, mood is good. And anything I want to jot down my mood for my journal. It's feeling pretty good. So we're entering a nice beautiful weekend, and I'm excited to explore this and everything. I also built in a private journal feature in here. You don't have to use it, but again, it will give a lot of insights to have a journal plan to do this daily because then you can start making predictions based on previous entries that you said, you know, I had a lot of work today and you slept bad the night before. It can actually come up with some insights that no Apple Watch, no Garmin, no Whoop would really tell you because you're getting a little extra information and it's on your own stuff. Okay, it's rebuilding the yoga mode. Let's see how this looks. So right now it's editing this HTML file, which is literally just these lines of code right here, which live locally on my computer. It's going to change it to be a bit more Yoda-esque. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. And at any moment, if you're working with this on your own and you want to change it, you really can. There's nothing holding you back to change it in the style, format, framework, and playfulness that you want. So it's editing this document. Okay, it's finalizing the update. There we go. Okay. Max. Building towards High Rocks Tokyo. Doubles with a friend. You are. 118 days remain. Accumulated fatigue you carry. Disciplined with intensity you must be. Solid 7.2 hours. Well rested you are. Go hard. Consistent you are becoming. The path to mastery. This is. Thank you, Yoda. All right, now the last thing I wanted to show you is what a like complete build out could look like if you wanted to host it on your own portal. So I've built this system for myself. It is hosted on Cloudflare. I use a lot of security and authentication where like only certain people can access it. It's safely hosted, and this is level 3. So this is how I prefer to see this information. So you can see it ask me my questions. I'm low soreness, average fatigue, low stress. I'm feeling great. My motivation is high, and I save my check-in. It's going to save all that information for me on the cloud. I'm currently using a D1 database with Cloudflare, and this is just like a slightly more advanced version of what I'm telling you about. What's cool is I can do this on my phone. I can do it when I travel. It's not local on my computer. It's actually all in the cloud using Cloudflare. I'm spending $0 to do all this, which is really cool. Shout out to Cloudflare. But this is what a level 3 would look like. A level 3 is basically like you can see I've got my training data here. I've got my targets I'm trying to hit with the specific fitness goal I have. I've got my fitness log right here. This is what a more advanced version of what I'm showing you could do. But honestly, this is just as good. It lives locally on your computer. If I show you this folder that everything exists within, this is it. This is it. That's the data that it's collecting. If I do a quick view, at the end of the day, this is what is powering everything. This is my data. And I think this is beautiful, is if you can build systems that have very simplistic basically like nuke proof backends. You've got yourself a great system. I'm going to make this folder completely available for you. You'll be able to also security check it. So I recommend checking out the privacy folder and just basically uploading this into your Cowork and explaining to it what it is and how you want it, customize it and use it. And then every day when you add more and more data to it, number one, it will automatically pull all of the fitness data from the ICU intervals integration. But then furthermore, when you answer those check-in information while sipping your morning coffee or tea, it will add that as well. And then it will give you a good analysis on what you need and what you want. This could be focused on yoga. It could be focused on high rocks. It could be focused on Pilates. It could be focused on not working out and just feeling good. The point is, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars per year paying for some sort of tool, some sort of outside wearable company to tell you how you feel and what your data that your body is producing is doing. So I'm hoping this will allow people to feel a bit more free, have a bit more control over their own data, and ultimately just start experimenting a little bit more with technology and building their own tools. Um, if you wanted to run everything locally again, you really could. This is a completely local model using Olama. There's zero internet used to do it here. You could use ChatGPT if you really wanted. I don't really like ChatGPT for this purpose. I think Claude Cowork is the best of both worlds because it's still technically local. Yes, I'm using Claude to process some stuff, but I personally trust Anthropic at least more than GPT. And lastly, if you're really interested in the more advanced version where you can host it on the internet and have it all pushed to the live, this is using Cloudflare, and I'm happy to do a video on level 3, but that will be a much longer video. Take a few hours to actually do that. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Appreciate everyone who was interested in this when I first shared it, and I'm making this video for you. If you have any questions, feel free to send it through.